Hey, what's going on? This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. I am your health and fitness coach who specializes in helping women over 40 lose weight without dieting or exercising for more than 30 minutes at a time. And you are here on with me with this week's Fitness Friday, which is the first Friday of Black History Month. Now, I'm a firm believer in Black history being 365 days of the year, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate this month anyway, like we already do. But because it is Black History Month, I figured let's talk about, even though I usually do it every day anyway, but I want to be specific this month with talking about the issues that face Black folk. So if you're here with me now, say hey, let me know that you're here. Make sure you tag your folks, share it out, because somebody you know needs this information, because today I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to manage blood pressure issues, or as we like to call it, the pressure. Oh, make sure you drink your water. Let me know where you're watching from too. Drop it in the chat. Cheers. So y'all, it's interesting. As I was thinking about what to talk about today, there honestly could have been a lot of things. But I was like, okay, what seems to plague the Black community more than anything when it comes to our health? And it is the pressure. And I said the pressure, not depression too. So if anybody's like, what, the pressure, depression? No, we're talking about the high blood pressure. Um, and let me know if you have issues with blood pressure, if there are people in your family who have issues with high blood pressure. And I'm very specific about saying it that way, because too often we'll just say, oh, high blood pressure runs in my family, and then we'll sit back and wait and let that thing just come chase us, when that ain't what it needs to be. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Even if there are a number of people in your family who have high blood pressure, that does not mean that you absolutely have to get it. That means that you have like genetic markers, but that does not mean that you just sit back. This is the time when you say to yourself, we don't use that as an excuse for us not doing the things we know we need to do. Because that's typically what happens with a lot of people. That's how it just runs my family, and they just sit back like, well, nah, fam. That means, like they say, knowledge is power. Somebody write power in the chat. Knowledge is power. That means that if you know your family has a history of high blood pressure, then you, sir, ma'am, have to do something differently so that you're not in that same category of folks when your kids and grandkids go to the doctor filling out that form. That means that you have the opportunity to say, whoa, wait a minute. This happens in my family. So maybe instead of doing this, I should do this because I don't want it. So today, if I can, I want to give you 5 things that you can do to manage your blood pressure and or reduce your chances of being diagnosed with high blood pressure. Because I don't like to say reduce chances to get rid of the high blood pressure. No, everything's a risk, everything's a chance. But we want to talk about, hey, Paulette, we want to talk about the things that you can do to minimize the possibilities. All right. So before I get started, let's drink some water. I'm trying to decide which one I want to hit y'all with first, because I'm gonna hit you with the one that you know you're supposed to do first. Y'all, we got to stop eating so much doggone salt and sodium products, right? It's bad enough that the majority of the foods that we buy, point blank in the period, inside the grocery store has high sodium content, right? Unless you're on outer perimeters, not including the deli section, but that stuff on the inside typically has high sodium, whether it's frozen, canned, boxes, there's a lot of sodium in it, right? So not only are we cooking and or eating products that already have high sodium content, now what we do, we got there to go grab the salt because we need some more salt on top of it. You can't do that. You can't do that. You don't even need to do that. So often we've trained our palates to think it needs that much salt when it doesn't. So instead, I would encourage you to start cooking with more herbs and spices to wake your palate up so that you don't feel the urge, well, need, that's the word. Urges ain't gonna go nowhere, but that need to add salt. All right. So that's number one. And I'm getting that out the way because y'all already know that. Reduce your salt. Okay. Just stop feeling like you gotta put salt on everything. Like, let me know if that's you. Can't even taste your food without putting salt on it. You automatically, as soon as you sit down, you grab the salt. You ain't even tasted it. But adding salt just because I like salt, I need salt. No, you don't. No, you don't. All right. So if anybody who just joined, hey, this is Crystal Taylor, and today we are talking about 5 things that you can do to manage your high blood pressure. Because it's Black History Month, and the pressure is running all through the Black community. And the first thing I said, I mentioned, was something that everybody know. You got to cut your salt. You got to reduce the sodium. Okay. Number 2, since we're talking about it, you just have to eat healthier in general. Let's drink some water. Can we talk? Can we talk? Y'all, anybody knows me know that I love, and I said love food. Love it. But there is such thing as a balance. So when I say healthier, that does not mean clean, healthy eating, because real talk ain't nothing healthy unless you grew it yourself with dirt you brought in, whatever. All this stuff is going to take us out in some type of way. It's just a matter of how quickly we speed up that process. All right. So with that being said, and let me know if this is resonating with anybody. With that being said, we have to make healthier decisions. So I'll give you an example. It's Friday, so I don't need talking about what's happening in my house for dinner. Almost anybody who knows me knows. But what also happens throughout the week, that actually just happened last night, and it happened Tuesday. So in our household, it's me, my husband, and our 2 sons. Everybody's responsible for at least one night of dinner per week, right? Help old mama out. Mamas, I suggest you try it. It's helpful. Ooh. But with that being said, my husband and my older son, they typically like to just order food. It's easier for them, right? So, but they're not ordering like, hey everybody, we getting I don't know. I'm not gonna throw no chain out there. But I will say this, on those days, I have to choose what I'm gonna eat. If we're ordering Chick-fil-A, am I gonna go and get that crispy deluxe, that grilled sandwich, or am I gonna get the salad? Yesterday was Potbelly. Am I gonna get a sandwich or am I gonna get a salad? It's balanced and healthy choices. I chose salads on both nights because tonight we're eating pizza. I chose salads the other day because my lunch was pretty heavy. It's about balance. Now, when I tell you it's about balance, I told you we eating pizza tonight, and I had White Castle yesterday. But that's 2 out of 21 meals. It's called balance. You heard me say just 2 days long. I already had like 2, 3 salads this week. Have my oatmeal, my boiled egg whites. It's about making healthier decisions. So I'm just asking you, when it comes to the second tip of eating healthier, I want you to be more cognizant of what you're eating. Just like, oh, so one of my favorite things, y'all. I still say I'm mad at y'all for not forcing me to do it sooner. Took me a minute to believe y'all. But the air fryer is like one of the best things that have ever happened For my people who love fried foods, that is a great alternative. Get you a doggone air fryer. It crisps that doggone food up and it's quicker. So ask yourself, what are some healthier decisions you can make when you eat? Okay? Yeah. So first two, I'm giving y'all 5 ways to reduce your high blood pressure, right? 1, we got to reduce our sodium. You know that. 2, I need you to eat healthier. Number 3 might hurt some people. Y'all ready for a type of 3 in the chat? Let's drink some water. I know this gonna hurt some people, but I love you, and I'm telling you this because Coach wants you to live. But you also might want to reduce your alcohol, like limit how much you're drinking. But honestly, it's not saying get rid of it. Ain't no judgment on what y'all do. But there should be a limit. And y'all ain't got to type it in chat. That's your business how much you drink. But realistically, you should limit your drinks to no more than 1 to 2 a day. I think that's pretty liberal, y'all. That's pretty liberal. But we know, and I know some people don't drink at all. So great. But for my folks, like if you're at home and you have a nightcap or one after work, okay. This is for my folks who regularly have more than 2 a day. For my folks who are pretty social and spend time with their friends. And we all know when people get to hang out, their friends get to talk and spilling the tea, they drinking wine, right? Drinking cocktails, drinking beer. So for my folks who drink socially or not so socially, just like to drink, if you have blood pressure issues, and I'm sure your doctor done told you these things, and I'm here saying it again because sometimes we need to hit things over and over again, or sometimes from the aunties instead of from the mamas for it to finally sit in. But if you have blood pressure issues, you also have to limit your alcohol because it can spike it. So if anybody's joined in, we're talking about 5 ways to manage your high blood pressure. First, of course, what we all know, reduce your sodium intake. Number 2, eat healthier, make healthier decisions. Number 3 was limiting your alcohol, right? And we're moving on to number 4. You have to maintain a healthy weight. It's non-negotiable. Let's drink some water on that. Let's talk about why. Y'all ready for it? Because Krista coming. Your heart. And that's where blood pressure comes from, y'all. Your heart, right? How much pressure it takes or how much effort it takes to get the blood in, and how strong the heart is to push it back out, right? Like in and out. That's what the blood pressure is. Your heart is working a lot. Everything that you do makes this little thing either chill or work harder. The more you weigh, the more you are putting work on this thing just to get you through the day. The more you weigh, the more stress that's putting on your body. The more you weigh, the less likely you are to be active, which means you're not even exercising this muscle, because the heart is a muscle. The less likely you are exercising that muscle so that it can get strong, right? So it's not getting the exercise that it needs, and it has to carry a lot of weight. It's struggling. It is struggling. So now when you're trying to move around this extra weight, the blood pressure is going like crazy. So the less you weigh, the less you weigh, the healthier your heart can be. Y'all, and this is real life. I got to open the door. So y'all hear me on that. So We're talking about the 5 different ways to reduce your blood pressure. The first ways I told you, one, you have to reduce your sodium. Number two, what I tell you then, you got to eat healthier. Number three, you have to limit your alcohol. And number four, you have to manage your weight. Those things are non-negotiable. There's no way that your heart is going to be strong, which means your blood pressure is not going to get better if you're not doing those things. And the last thing, number 5, hey, mama, the last thing you got to do, you got to be active. There's no other way to say it. Like I said, your heart is that muscle. It is not going to get stronger unless you work it. You cannot not give it what it needs and then decide and then decide to ask it to work for you. If you're not working that muscle, right, and it's just chilling, then all of a sudden you want to jump up and move around. That heart is like, what the heck is going on? And y'all, I got a big baby over here. And then all of a sudden, I can't hear what you're saying, but all of a sudden you are asking it to do something. It's not going to do it without struggling. Think about it. If you sitting on the couch, you don't exercise at all, then all of a sudden you get up and think you're going to run down the block. How tired are you? How stressful is that on you? It's the same thing to your doggone heart. And again, like I said, on top of it, when you're not exercising, more than likely you're gaining weight and you're making that heart work even more because it has to carry around. Well, I promise you this. Let me tell you this. Nope, let me take back that promise. But I would put money on it that the more you lose weight, the better your blood pressure is going to get. Statistically, that's what's going to happen. Statistically. And if you don't believe me, try it. Try it. I don't like to always have, I don't have to, I'm not one of those that has to be right all the time. But with this one, I know I'm right. It's not a bad thing. This is what everybody wants anyway. And it's so funny. Okay, oops. I almost got out of this without Crystal getting on her soapbox or going on a tangent. Oh well, too late. This is the thing. I'm telling y'all right now that losing weight can save your life. Losing weight can improve your blood pressure, so many other things. And you're like, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But if I'm like, losing weight gonna get you fine and sexy, folks are running that all day. Folks want to come to me because they want to lose weight, because they want to look good. How about living? That ain't motivation enough for you? But you'd rather just sit back and say, well, it just running my family. No, it don't. Them bad habits do. Frying pork chops every Sunday. That's the way running your family. So I'm not going to go on a tangent today. But I just had to say it. So I'm back. Sweet Crystal. But sometimes, y'all, real talk, when I get on those tangents and my voice get all deep and da-da-da-da, it's real because it hurts my soul and it hurts my spirit that I feel like I have to beg people to live healthier lives. Nothing I said on that list today was absolutely impossible. They're doable. They're just lifestyle shifts, even mindset shifts. I just said, hey, reduce your sodium. I didn't say cut it all out. Reduce it. Use more herbs and spices as opposed to salt. Shop on the perimeter of the grocery store instead of inside. Because those things that are in boxes and packages, whether they're frozen or not, typically have a lot of sodium to preserve them. So try to shop more on the outside of the perimeter. That's not hard. Then I say, hey, just make healthier decisions. I said, you could get a doggone air fryer. You can bake some stuff. You can balance it out. Only eat fried food a couple times a week as opposed to every day. Simple stuff. I didn't say don't ever eat it. Told y'all, we about to eat pizza tonight. Can we eat pizza every night? Nope. Can we eat pizza every day? Nope. It's one doggone day a week. But I want you to assess your diet and see where you can make those changes. The number 3, I said limit your alcohol. 1 or 2 a day. I ain't say don't drink. I even said you can have one every day. That's simple. Then I said you got to maintain a healthy weight. Y'all hear me that? A healthy weight. The weight ain't about being sexy or cute. Healthy. And then the last thing I said, y'all, you just got to be active. You can't expect your body to work for you if you don't work your body. You just can't. You can't. The more you move your body, the more it's going to help that heart. It's going to help your blood pressure. It's going to keep you alive. And that's what I want for you. All right. So I am right. Oh, come on, brother. Hey, 3rd degree burns. Look, he said it. You don't need meat every meal. You do not. And if you think about it, most of you probably, you don't even realize when you're not eating meat. But some of y'all like, I just got to have meat. No, you don't. I'm not saying that meat is horrible for you. Depends on what meat you're eating and how you're eating it. But just be mindful, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey. Oh, this time I thought you were me. Hey, sister girl. My bad. Thank you for getting me together. Miss Tanya, you are very welcome. But y'all, like I said, it's Black History Month. High blood pressure runs through our community like crazy. So that's why we're talking about that today. And I think, how about next week we talk about diabetes, talk about the sugar. Today was the pressure. Next week gonna be the sugar. All right. So I'm gonna anime get a little, I don't know, aggressive in my speak. Now I mean to, but it's all out of love, y'all. Because I want y'all to be healthy. I want y'all happy, and I want y'all here. So I will see y'all next time. Y'all keep drinking your water. Be mindful of what you eat. Balance it out. And I will see y'all next time. All right. Have a good one.